Hello? Who the is this?
It's your son.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now today we're going to be talking about Power Book 4 Force, Season 1, Episode 8. This is the recap. Now I'm going to try to focus on all the key points in this episode. If I miss anything, you guys let me know. What do you guys think of Episode 8? Of course, your girl Gloria, she ain't make it, man. She got popped and she got sent off. So I guess today we're smoking on that Gloria pack. And I know your boy Vic is going to be very, very upset. I mean, he had an option. All he had to do was listen to Tommy Egan. All he had to do was take that car that Tommy gave him, and he would have been good. Him and Gloria, they could have got up out of Chicago, and they could have started a little life together or whatever. But it did not go out like that. Y'all already knew something was going to happen. Y'all know in episode 8 of Power is always a major death. And Gloria, out of the 8 cast members, the main cast members of season 1 of 4, she was the first one to go. So who is going to get got next? We only got 7 more of those original main characters for season 1. So I'm trying to figure out who is next. At the end of the day, a lot of these characters, they're making a lot of mistakes. And your boy Jannar, y'all let me know what y'all think about him. I mean, this dude decided to take down one of the Jewish dudes out of that organization. And I thought that was a major mistake. I think he's going to come back and hunt him. And it's going to create some more issues down the line. Now, your boy, cousin Buddy, I guess the Dahlia done made that man's eye turn straight for a couple seconds, right? His eye turned straight and he was on one. He was feeling it. And I got a feeling this whole thing that he got with Jannar is not going to go as planned. As I continue to tell you guys, these mistakes that Jannar is making is going to cost him, I'm telling you. And for him to even give cousin Buddy a sample of Dahlia, knowing how strong this drug is, knowing how addicting the drug is, and you don't even have a 100% connection to get the drug yourself, I mean, that's a huge mistake because everybody's going to be wanting to know where is this drug at. And cousin Buddy, he going to be tweaking. He going to be like, man, I need some more of that. Where is it at? And if Jannar can't provide, I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to have some major issues. But we're going to see what's going to happen down the line. Your girl Kate Egan returned in this episode, and she had a conversation, a small convo with JP. And once she heard that deep voice, she already knew what time it was. She thought she was talking to Candyman. And she was like, man, my son has finally called me, my black son. So now, most likely, Kate's going to make her way to Chicago. And you already know Tommy is not going to like that. But let's start this recap. As I told you guys, I want to try to focus on all the key points. If I miss anything, you guys let me know down below. So what did we see in episode 8? Now Tommy, he makes sure he goes back to Tia. He wants to do business with her. We know Freddy Krueger, he pops up as well. Tommy is telling them like, look, 55 for a brick. Plain and simple, 55K for a brick. Of course, they ain't trying to really hear anything like that because the original Dahlia, it kind of, glittered and glossed out, right? So Tommy tells them they changed some things up. This is the different version, but it still has the same effects as the original version. So they take a sample and then they realize that Tommy was not lying to them, that this is not trash. So they continue to do business with Tommy. I believe Freddy Krueger bought like 3 bricks. So this is good news for him, man. He wants to continue to have a great business relationship with these guys. Now we get to your boy Walter Flynn. He finds out that he has stage 1 lung cancer. Now the thing about it is the doctor is telling him that this is still early, that he caught it, they caught it early or whatever, and they can treat this, and it's a possibility that he can continue to live. He's not going to die today or tomorrow. So Walter still has a chance. We're going to see. Now your girl Liliana and Tommy, they're talking. Tommy wants to expand this organization. He wants to have 2 cooks. He wants to run this organization 24/7, non-stop. They need another cook. Tommy, he is trying to think about who he can actually bring. Liliana is asking him, is there anybody from New York to bring? And he says no. He ain't bringing nobody from New York. I know a lot of people were saying 2-Bit, but we know 2-Bit, he in them streets. 2-Bit ain't trying to cook. 2-Bit trying to put in that work with the strap. But we know Tommy, he's talking to his brother JP, and I guess you guys was right. A lot of you guys said that JP was going to be the second cook, and you got it. JP will be putting in that work. He is good with his hands, and maybe Liliana, you know what I'm saying, she'll get a first-hand exclusive deal on what your boy JP can do with those hands based off what we saw in this episode. She definitely was fiending for JP. Now, we know JP is struggling with money, so this is a good opportunity for him to get that money. But at the same time, we know there are consequences in being a part of the drug game. Now, Tommy is having a conversation with Claudia, and we know they want to continue to expand. But Tommy is saying, look, CBI, you know, I got to think twice about that. I am cool with Diamond. I only want to do business with him, not Jannard. And I guess your girl Claudia doesn't see it that way. She's like, look, they're a customer. Plain and simple. We can do business with them and we can just walk away. Tommy understands CBI and he understands that Jannard is an issue. And if he was to do business with CBI right now, that means Jannard will be a part of this. And he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to cause a war within that family. And he would rather have them split and, you know, him just to do business with Diamond. But we know your girl Claudia later on in the episode, she goes and she talks to Diamond. We know Tommy was not ready for this to happen at all. He doesn't want to do that. He wants to make sure that they got everything under control first before he even makes that attempt to do business with CBI. But I guess your girl Claudia feels like Tommy is controlling the board way too much and she doesn't have a lot of power based off what she has said in this episode, and she did. Tommy continues to try to tell this girl like, look, you know what I'm saying? I know the game. I know what I'm doing. You need to just sit down, take note, and watch what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? He told her this is vision. You know what I'm saying? So we know Claudia, she gonna see once again that Tommy was not lying and that this whole CBI thing, if it involves Jannard, is going to create issues, not just for CBI, but for Tommy and Claudia's whole organization. Then we get to Jannard and Diamond. We know they're in the barbershop. Your boy Diamond, he cutting up Jannard's hair, and he asked him, if you was running CBI, you know, what would you change? I mean, what would your vision be? We know Jannard talks about putting all of his investments in Dahlia because he understands how good this drug is and he believes they can make a lot of money with the drug. At the same time, we know your boy Jannard is plotting and planning behind Diamond's back, which he does not know. But then again, how much does Diamond know? I mean, this is a guy that's been cool, calm, collected, and he keeps a lot of things inside. I'm going to tell you right now, as everybody's told him, you got to worry about Diamond finding out the truth about what you're doing behind his back. You know it's going to happen down the line. It's just a matter of time before they actually show us. Then we get to Tommy and Liliana. Tommy decides to tell Liliana his truth about his brother being in Chicago, and he does not want anybody else knowing about this. She is the only person that he has told this secret to, and just to keep it that way. Now, Liliana, she's like, you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate you opening it up to me. Now, she's not knowing that JP is black, and she's going to be happy when she sees him. Now, Tommy tells Liliana that his brother will be the second cook, and this can be a great opportunity for him and for this whole organization to grow. Now we get to your boy Bennigan, and it seems like he has some problems in the department. One of his co-workers is telling him, like, look, he knows he's getting paid off by the Flynn family, and he wants $50K. So now Bennigan has to pay this dude $50K at the same time. He is trying to take care of his sister. He cannot do all of this. He needs all of that money. And I don't know, man, your boy Bennigan definitely needs to figure something out. We know in this episode he does get double the money from Vic, but still, what is he going to do in the future when it comes to this guy? He has to figure out a solution to this problem. Now, Walter Flynn is having a conversation with Claudia, and he's telling her he knows she is up to something. You know what I'm saying? She's not popping up when she should be popping up, and he's not liking it. And he's telling her whatever she is doing, whatever she is a part of, he's going to shut it down. He's going to bury it, right? Now, Claudia tells him, like, look, you can try to put your boot on it, but I'm going to tell you right now, expect me to come back at you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to let you take me down or, you know, crush whatever that I am working on. It ain't going to happen like that. And I'm going to tell you right now, this girl, she ain't lying. Now, Vic meets up with Bennigan, and Vic wants to know where in the hell is this Dahlia coming from, right? He wants to know all the details about it, and he needs Bennigan to get that information and to shut it down. And he's going to pay him. Now, Bennigan was smart because he's like, look, I'm going to need double for this. Your boy Vic already had the money ready. As I told y'all, he got double today. What is he going to do the next time? Because you already know this guy is going to continue to try to get this money for him. And if he needs this money to take care of his sister, having just 50K is not going to be enough based off what he said. So we gonna see. Now we get to your boy JP. He goes and he visits Marion, and this is going to be the last time that he sees his grandmother alive. And as soon as he walked out the room, he goes up front to try to get some information about the contact list of when she was checked in. And it doesn't take long, man. His grandma does not make it. She is up out of here. And you already know he was feeling some type of way about this. We already knew this was going to come just based off the very first episode. We knew her time was not going to last long. Now, we know your boy JP, he does go and tell Tommy Egan about what happened. And he tells him, like, look, man, you know, we need to probably tell Kate about this. I believe she deserves the right to know what happened to her mother. And we already knew JP eventually was going to try to contact Kate just based off what he has been talking about the entire season. This is not the first time he's told Tommy to go and reach out to Kate. Tommy is like, man, I ain't calling her. It's just not going to happen. I mean, for her to find out about Tommy and what's going on in Chicago, that is a huge liability for Tommy, and Tommy ain't going for it. He does not want to talk to his mother. Now, throughout the episode, we saw Tommy looking at pictures and, you know, videos and stuff that JP gave him on that USB, and you can tell Tommy still has love for his mother, but he knows every time he is in contact with her, bad things happen, and he doesn't want to relive that type of pain. But we know your boy JP, he didn't care. He's going to make sure he had a conversation with Kate finally. Then we get to Liliana and the cook, and Liliana's hands is hurting, man. She's struggling in there, right? And now the cook asked her, like, how did you get through this back in New York? We know that Liliana tells her this ain't what she even did back in New York. And of course, Liliana is telling her all the stuff that she has been through as far as being shot, the burn on her hand, the scar on her face. And the cook is like, man, you know what I'm saying? You've been through a whole lot of luck. Liliana tells her in this game ain't no luck. Liliana is like, man, she been putting in that work. At the end of the day, Liliana has been through a lot. She survived so much. Everybody already knows every time someone tries to take her out, she somehow, some way figures it out and she's able to survive. So, I mean, I guess you can call it luck, call it what you want. But Liliana is like, man, she don't depend on luck. And eventually that luck stuff, it gonna run out and you can be taken out just like that. So hopefully this cook understands that this lifestyle, it ain't no joke. It ain't no fun and games. And we already know Liliana wants to get rid of her anyway. But as of right now, I will say this cook is definitely needed. She knows entirely too much and she's very good. Well, hell, she's great at what she does. Then we get to Walter Flynn and Tommy Egan. Walter Flynn wants to invite Tommy to the Flynn organization. He wants him to be a part of this, right? We know based off Walter Flynn's character description that it states that he's going to have a liking for Tommy Egan. You can tell just by the interactions that he's had with Tommy in the past that he likes Tommy for real. And he understands that Tommy for real has been protecting his son Vic, where he could have just let him slip up and be taken out, but he's been doing his job. Now, your boy Walter is telling Tommy, like, the girl Gloria is an issue. She's a problem. And he was telling him, like, look, I wish you would have just kept clapping those cheeks. He doesn't like Gloria and he wants her taken out. Tommy understands this. Tommy tells him, like, look, Gloria is not the issue. Just leave her alone. Vic and Gloria, they are in love. And we know that Tommy, he ain't really messed with Gloria at all ever since him and Vic had that conversation. He was like, look, I'm good. I ain't dealing with any of that. And to be honest, Tommy and Vic has been good ever since. They've been doing business together. And it hasn't really been too many issues, I can say. Now, we know that your boy Walter, he don't care about any of that. And Tommy is talking about, look, I ain't doing no business with you. I knew that just based off the first interaction that I had with you. Like, dude, you can't be trusted. I mean, you be doing all types of dirty stuff. So I don't blame Tommy for getting up out of there and letting Walter know exactly how he truly felt about him. Then we get to your girl Claudia. She decides to go to talk to Diamond without even telling Tommy what she was up to. Tommy has already told her he doesn't want to do any business with CBI until this whole Jannard thing is handled, because we know that Jannard is going to be a part of this deal. Now, Claudia tells Diamond, like, look, I can give you 10% of this whole business operation that I'm trying to do. And Diamond lets her know, like, look, 10% lets me know that you are doing business with other partners and I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying? So he pretty much tells her, you can go ahead and go. I'm not good with this. But as she is leaving, he does ask her is this product Dahlia? I'm looking like, dude, you probably should have asked her that when she walked up in there. But I'm pretty sure that Tommy's going to be upset with Claudia for doing this, especially after that conversation that he had with her earlier on in the episode. Now, Paulie and Walter are having a conversation, and Walter is telling him, like, look, I guess the whole hit that I had set up for Gloria, which that's what it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and just cancel that. Now, Paulie is like, look, I never even put in to do it anyway. And he starts to talk about, you know, the kids and who's going to run this organization. And also, your boy Paulie does tell Walter, like, if you keep pushing at these kids, eventually they're not going to come back. So that's the last thing that you want to go out there and be doing. Now, your boy Tommy, he decides to go to Vic and tell him, like, look, you know, I talked to your pops and you need to go. They want Gloria up out of here. So I got this car. It's unmarked, you know, no GPS tracked or anything. I got it for you. You need to get up out of here. And I'm really doing this for Gloria because I don't want nothing happening to her. Now, Tommy didn't have to do this. And Tommy keeps it real with Vic. He tells him, like, look, you talking about you don't trust me, but I've been honest with you since day one. What you saw is what you got. I never went behind your back and did anything dirty. I'm telling you right now to get up out of here. Your boy Vic had an opportunity, y'all. He had an opportunity to pick the keys that Tommy gave him. And we know based off by the end of the episode, your boy Vic made the wrong decision. Now, Adrian has popped up once again, and Diamond, he's on to her. He's like, look, I know who you is. You know what I'm saying? All I had to do was look you up. And I want to know, why are you really here? Now, she explains that she was trying to do a story on CBI, and she was supposed to be meeting up with Elijah, not him. And yes, she's supposed to break this big story, but with him, she actually likes him. So she's telling him that she's not even trying to really do the story, and it's not really about that. She's more interested in Diamond. I don't know what Diamond's going to do, but as I told you guys, I don't trust her. I will not do any type of business with her, and it would be over. But we know Diamond, he definitely is loving clapping those cheeks. And the actor Blythe Howard that plays Adrian, she letting people know, like, look, this is not a wig on her hair. She is 100% natural. Stop playing with her. She said, look, y'all gonna stop playing with me. Y'all talking about I've been having a wig on. She ain't going for it. So she does talk about that on her Instagram page. Follow her. But I just had to let y'all know the truth, that this is her real hair, man. She's a black queen. And you know what I'm saying? Put some respect on that natural hair. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the character in the show, she still can't be trusted. Now, Tommy Egan is looking at the USB that JP gave him earlier on in the episode, looking at pictures and stuff like that. You could tell deep down inside, he is thinking about what JP told him about his mother, Kate, and actually calling her. As I told y'all, Tommy knows the risk of Kate Egan knowing the truth about him in Chicago. It can be, you know, a high liability in my opinion. Now, Tommy is having another conversation with Claudia, and Claudia is telling him that Walter is talking about shutting everything down that she is working on. And Tommy's like, look, he ain't having that. And she should step up when it comes to her pops. And we know that Claudia, she is tired of hiding from everybody. She wants to let everybody know what she is about and what she is doing. And Tommy's like, look, if you're ready to let people know, so be it. But I'm letting you know right now, even though he's your pops, I'm going to tell you right now, if he tries to take down anything that I'm working on, that means he's going up against me, and I am not having it. And he tells Claudia she deserves, you know, what she is doing as far as her success and, you know, going up against her pops. Now, Tommy does tell Claudia that he can take the streets, she can take the clubs, and this is how they can run this whole business. But each and every episode, we are seeing the buildup of Tommy and Claudia's, you know, whole relationship and organization. Yes, there will be some mistakes along the way because Claudia, she's making some mistakes, but I do think the chemistry between Tommy and Claudia is great. And eventually, the two are going to hook up. I don't know when it's going to happen, but they have to fix these small little issues between each other in this whole organization. But we're going to see down the line if this is actually going to happen between the two. But I can feel it, man. I'm still rolling with that prediction. Then we get to your girl, Gloria. She has finally returned. We know she had to leave to get her mind right. After that whole shootout that her and Vic was in, she's like, look, I'm up out of here. Now, Vic tells her that they need to just leave. You know what I'm saying? That his pops and his sister, they would never accept them, and it will always be issues. So maybe Vic should have just left with Gloria, but I knew when he was talking about leaving, it was not going to end well. Then we get to your girl Liliana. She is finally able to see Tommy's brother. Now, in the first conversation, she was probably thinking Tommy's brother was white, but when she actually saw that he was dark, and of course he had a very deep voice, you know what I'm saying, she was falling in love with this dude, happy as hell that he was talking to her. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna be in there cooking, man. He may just be in there clapping those cheeks. Tommy lets them know, like, look, we gotta take this serious. This can all work out as long as JP, you know, is in there cooking and doing what he needs to do. Just keep Liliana away from JP, because I'm telling you right now, something is bound to happen. But this whole thing with JP being around, I got a feeling it's going to create some issues with Tommy and his brother. Now, we get to your boy D-Mac. He wants to do business with Tommy. He's telling him how good and great he is with numbers. So Tommy puts him to the test, and this dude is a beast. He knows his numbers, and Tommy's like, all right, I'm going to give you a shot, kid. Now, Tommy understands that D-Mac just popping up out of nowhere, something's not right about that. So he's going to make sure he follows him and watches his every move. And that is a smart idea. Now we get to your boy Blackston and Marshall, and they're telling Jannard that they found out where some of this Dahlia is coming from, and they don't even know who the organization is. They're like, look, these people with black clothing on, they dress like pilgrims. They don't know the name of these people. Your boy Jannard has to let them know, like, look, this is a Jewish organization. Y'all need to go and take some history classes. But we know that Jannard, he understands what time it is. He's like, you know what? I want to take advantage of this. I know exactly where I need to go and make that move. At the end of the day, this move that he makes on this Jewish organization is going to come back and cost him, in my opinion. Now, Paulie's having a conversation with Vic. He's telling him that his pops has talked to Tommy Egan, and he's been thinking about, you know, having Tommy Egan join the whole Flynn organization. And Vic is pissed off. Vic is like, man, I knew I couldn't trust him. So now he has a distrust with Tommy. At the end of the day, Tommy has never been dishonest with Vic, but Vic, I guess, doesn't see the full picture. And Vic had an opportunity, y'all, but y'all already know that opportunity, he didn't take advantage of it. Now, we get back to your boy Jannard. Instead of trying to have a conversation with this organization, to talk to him, I mean, I don't even know if that would have worked, but still, I believe that would have been better than going up there robbing these people for Dahlia. Like, why would you do that? And you don't even have a 100% connection to where the drug is even coming from. But Jannard thought this was the best move. So he takes this guy out in broad daylight, does not care. And I'm looking like, come on, like, are you serious, Jannard? This is why Tommy doesn't want to do business with you. This is why your boy Tommy told Claudia that he wants Jannard out of the picture, because his problems is going to become their problems. Stuff like this is bad for business. Then Cousin Buddy returns, and we know your boy Jannard has got this Dahlia product. He lets them take a sample, and Cousin was like, look, I don't know what this is. They take a sample of it, and then all of a sudden your boy start tweaking. And for a quiet moment, I would say about a couple seconds, this man's eye turned straight. I'm looking like, man, you need to go ahead and take some more of this. This just may fix your whole eye problem. And then after that, his eye, it starts to lean and rock with it, y'all. It's leaning and rocking with it. Look at it. Look at this man's eye. Like, really? Is this the type of dude that you want to trust? Talking about he was in the war. I don't know about that, man. I'm believing what your boy D-Mac said, that this dude that slipped on ice and he woke up goofy. Look at this man, straight goofball. Now, your boy Jannard is telling him, like, look, y'all ain't got to pay me nothing. All I need y'all to do is show up with those straps ready, because we gonna make a move. I'm gonna need y'all to take out whoever is dealing this drug, because we need to make a major play. At the end of the day, I believe this whole move is stupid. All Jannard is doing is causing a major war, and he's creating more problems for Tommy and for everybody else. Now, Vic Flynn had a decision to make. He could have took the car that Tommy gave him as unmarked, no GPS track or anything. Or he could have took the family car, the Rover, and he decided to take the Rover. Like, really? I guess you're going to learn your lesson. As I told you guys, Tommy has always been upfront and straight with Vic. The crazy thing about this is Vic knows this, but he still decides to go the other route. Now, even if he didn't decide to, believe Tommy, this dude didn't even listen. He took a main route. He didn't take back routes like Tommy told him. I mean, he's right out in the open, and he believes that he is just good. Like, really? It's not going to happen like that. There will be no happy endings at all. He's up there talking about how the last name of Flynn will sound good with the glorious name. Like, really? Ain't no time for that. So as they're driving, Vic ends up getting hit by the Serbians, and then we can see the aftermath. The boy is all bloody. He got a gash on his head and ain't looking too good. And then the Serbians, they get the spraying at his vehicle. And I'm looking like, yeah, this is not going to end well at all. I mean, somebody getting hit, plain and simple. Somebody is definitely getting hit. Now, we know your boy Vic does end up getting shot. Some of you guys said it looked like Vic got shot in the head. I mean, at the end of the day, the boy got popped, plain and simple, regardless of where it was at. He survived, but we know who didn't survive, and that's he's looking, your girl Gloria. You already knew what time it was. We knew this girl was not going to make it based off how the episode was going. As I told you, usually when somebody is going to die in power, they give them more dialogue, but we didn't see too much dialogue from your girl Gloria. She wasn't even here in the last episode. She pops back up. We see her just for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, she is taken out. Your boy Vic is all in his feelings, and he's feeling very, very hurt. Well, this is the lifestyle that you chose. Tommy tried to tell you, he tried to warn you to just get away, take his car, but Vic did not want to believe him. So now, Vic, you're going to have to deal with those consequences. And now we're going to see what Vic is going to do after this. So I guess today, we smoking on that Gloria pack, man. She ain't here no more. Now it's time to move on. I mean, as I told y'all, ain't gonna be no happy endings at all. This is the lifestyle that you signed up for. So now, what are you going to do, Vic? Are you going to sit around and cry? Or are you going to go out there and get revenge? Now we get to your boy D-Mac, and he goes back to his little hiding spot where he got all this information about his pops, his gun, his money, and everything like that. Tommy follows him on his ghost type stuff. And he looks into the box that D-Mac had, and he sees the picture, the money, the strap. He sees all of this, and he's like, man, so now it makes sense why this dude has been acting like this, why this dude has just popped up out of nowhere, and why he's been really trying to help me out. It makes a lot of sense. So we're going to see if Tommy's going to take this information to JP and let him know, like, look, man, your son, he's been watching you. Now we get to your boy Tommy Egan looking at the picture of Kate, and when he was a child, of course, and he's actually thinking about what JP told him to call Kate Egan. But we know Tommy, even though he's thinking about it, he's not going to do it. We know who is going to do it, though. It's going to be JP. And as I told y'all, they've been hitting at JP calling Kate earlier on in the season. He's been talking about it for a long time, and he tells her, like, look, this is your son. Kate was like, who the hell is this? As I told y'all, dude was sounding like the Candy Man. And Kate is like, oh, hell nah. My son? The other son. Yes. So she knows what time it is. I mean, she's tried to hide this secret from Tommy for a very, very long time. But now it seems like this is all going to get out. And, well, it's already out. But Kate doesn't know that Tommy knows. And when she does pop up in Chicago, which I believe she will, she's going to be in a rude awakening. And I want to know if Tommy's going to see his mom. I mean, you can't have Power Book 4 Force without Kate Egan. She has to be a part of the show somehow, some way. I just cannot wait to see the interactions between Tommy, JP, and of course, you know, Kate Egan all together. That's going to be a hell of a scene. But you guys let me know, man, what do you think about episode 8? I would say, you know, it was a solid little episode. The biggest thing was, of course, Gloria getting popped and dropped off, and then Kate Egan popping up at the end of the episode and Tommy finding out the secret about D-Mac. But as I told y'all, we're going to be going on a break. I will be dropping some more videos for you guys to continue to get you guys ready for the last 2 episodes of the season. And then we're going to go on that 6-month break from 50 Cent shows, y'all. Yes, 6-month break. I already dropped the video. So follow the channel, watch the video if you have not seen it. Continue to keep yourself updated on all the latest Power Universe news. And I will continue to give you guys these videos down the line. But thank you guys for all the love, all the support. And I will catch y'all on the next one. But let me get up on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.